and welcome back. It's Llynks. I hope you've all had a great start to your new year. It is crazy that it is already 2023. I definitely still feel like it's 2020, but alas, we're here. So I just released a song last week. It's called Heaven Sing Now. It released on January 6th, so last Friday. And you know, I don't say this much about my work, but this song I'm very proud of. I'm very proud of the production. I'm very proud of the vision, and I'm very proud of the story and the lyrics and just how everything came together. If you haven't checked that song out yet, I'm gonna put a link to it up here. It's synthwave slash like cyberpunk slash like pop. I think it's a good mix of these genres, and I'm really happy with how it came out. I wanted to put a spin on synthwave and make it like pop-y and accessible, but also like extremely sci-fi and weird at the same time. So I'm really happy with how it came out. It's very cinematic, and my ultimate goal for this is to get it synced to film, TV, or video games. I think it really belongs there in that world. I'm gonna pitch it to music supervisors and see if that's something that could happen. Cross your fingers for me. I wanted to talk about the song, the inspiration behind the song, and what the song means and what I was trying to get across with it. Definitely check it out and then come back here and listen to it, or I don't know, listen to this first and then maybe you'll want to hear it or not. I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you about it. I wrote a small description of it in my Reels and TikTok post, and also in the YouTube description, so it's there. But I wanted to just shed more light on to it. I don't know if you guys remember, but a few years back I was talking about, it's crazy, like years, I don't know, maybe, yeah, probably 2021, I was talking about like writing this sci-fi album that just like never came to be. And it's because like we lost a bunch of files, whatever. I'm like slowly being able to release this music, but I'm releasing them as singles, and maybe we'll just like at the end kind of slap it all into an EP or an album or whatever it ends up happening. This song, I was originally planning on it being like the last song I released and like being the title track of the album or EP. So the inspiration behind writing a very like fantastical sci-fi themed song definitely stems from being a child and always gravitating towards books or like movies or video games just to sort of like escape my reality in a way. And as a kid, like y'all know, I talk about Spyro enough, but I like fled to that game and like as a kid, and it just like brought me into this new world. In a way, I feel like making this was just tending to my inner child. It was very healing because I was able to make that part of myself real, or that part of my imagination something that was tangible. With all the video games I consumed, it was very cathartic for me. I just let myself go there, because in the past I'm very like careful about what I release, but I've talked about it enough times on here now that like lately, or like my kind of mantra from now on is just to release anything that I make that I want to, because that just works for me better as like the type of person I am. I'm like so happy I went for it, because I've always wanted to do something like this, and like to do it in a way that could be relatable to everyday life in a way, but also is totally not. I've always been fascinated by the imaginative visual part of listening to music. So I don't know about you, I think this is common, but tell me if it's not. But if I'm listening to like some badass song or something, I totally like make a whole story in my head and like play it out and like listening to it, and you imagine yourself in crazy scenarios, and like it's like just an escape. It's like living a dream, and it just provides this crazy way to get like super creative. And I really wanted to channel that with this song. The song is about a war between humans and extraterrestrial beings. Stay with me. The song is being sung by the leader of the other beings, the extraterrestrial beings, who is the villain, but actually the anti-hero, because I wanted it to be like the humans are actually the villains. The extraterrestrial beings are coming in from wherever they came from and punishing humans for how poorly they treat each other and how they treat the earth. And it's a mockery of humans. So how I envision it is they're like in the middle of this war, and the leader is basically speaking these lyrics to the extraterrestrial beings, the rest of them, basically saying Like, who do these humans think they are? Basically just mocking them and saying, you know, that's where the lyric comes from. Like, where are their angels now? They're no longer here, but we're also them. They thought like someone was gonna save them, but lo and behold, the angels are gonna wreck them. I really wanted to play with the idea of an anti-hero, or like the balance of good and evil and angels and demons, those themes. So it's basically a pep talk during the war for the other beings that are coming in and invading Earth. I really like the idea of like the song title. It's called Heaven Sing Now, again. And that's their like triumphant battle cry when they win the war. So that's why I repeat it over and over again. And I really wanted to make like the build up of that song like very triumphant and like, we're winning this. It's a very sarcastic saying, you know, like, have your heaven save you now. That's the idea. I don't know how well this is gonna come across when I listen back to this here. So let me know if I'm explaining this well or if this makes no sense at all. But the story behind the song is very important to me to share, because I feel like if you're listening to these lyrics, you're probably like, what? If you don't know what I'm talking about, which you don't. So that's why I'm explaining it here. So basically, a mockery of humans and war. So that was the idea behind the song. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on the song, what you think. Like and subscribe if you want to stay updated on my videos. I do have another song that's coming out February 3rd with the producer Alex. It's called Narcissist, and I'm really excited for that one as well, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please let me know what you think of the song in the comments, and I will see you next time.